Wow!
Děláš internetu, že?
Jo, dělám.
Bareké podvody a tak, ne?
Ne, spíš o těch známkách děláme, jak to funguje, protože tomu vůbec jako nerozumíme.
No, to je normálně business, ale to je vina jakože naší republiky, protože to nikdo nekontroluje, víš co? Je to prostě finta, jako.
Jasně.
Yup, it is a nice trick that will make you pay more for tolls when traveling around European highways. And since there are actually more tricks to this, I separated this video into different chapters. So sit back, relax, and enjoy chapter number 1, Shack and Charge. We've already done a few stories about the toll booth stamp scam on the border crossings. Now, when you hear the word scam, you probably imagine something like this. Well, no. It's these good-looking fancy booths with the sign vignette that occupy almost every border crossing into our country. Their trick is that here the stamp for foreigners costs 16 instead of 11 euros. It's a simple currency conversion trick that I explained in the older videos. But what surprised me recently when I crossed the southern border to our country was that with the Czech stamp, they trick you not only on our side of the border, but also in Austria.
There's Austria, this is Czech Republic, or further out. And if you're driving and you're unaware of the world around you, you see this. It almost looks like you should stop to get a Czech vignette for the highway use, right? So you'd walk in this lovely booth and you would buy one, but you would find out that it's actually ridiculously overpriced. The Czech vignette here is for 10 days, 18 euros.
And the situation is the same at the BP station across the road, still in Austria.
Hello. 10-day vignette. Vy mluvíte česky? Jo. A českou máte za 18 euro a rakouskou za 11 pade? Protože ta česká stojí taky normálně 11 euro, ne? Ne? Já si myslel, že stojí 10denní 270. To je 11 euro, ne? Jo. Takže u té český je to dražší než ta rakouská. Dá se říct, že jo? Isn't that weird? Like, I don't understand it. We have markup on the Czech stuff, not on the Austrian stuff. Okay. I don't know.
Lucky for me, the guy from the gas station eventually came to us and shed some light on this issue.
No, to je normálně business, ale to je vina jakože naší republiky, protože to nikdo nekontroluje, víš co?
Jo, a v Rakousku to kontroluju.
My nemůžeme prodávat jinak, víš co?
Jak to?
Protože my to máme od Asfinagu a ten si to kontroluje.
Jasně.
Asfinag is the Austrian state company that finances and takes care of highways in Austria, and also they take care of how much people pay for tolls.
Ale tady jakože na rakouském území to český stát nekontroluje, rozumíš?
However, the interesting thing is that the Czech state is not only unable to keep an eye on the Austrian side of the border, but also on the Czech side. And thanks to this, some business people have made a gold mine out of the tolls payment reselling business. But you don't have to pay toll only at these sheds at the border. You can also use the official state kiosks, and we have already filmed regarding their location and the fact that they are very hard to find.
So there was a little sign on the road that pointed you to take a turn. And you arrived to this place. So you kind of look around. Where is a place to buy a vignette? Well, it's hidden, which is what we pointed out in one of our videos. And we talked to the Ministry of Transportation and we said, you should point more to the machines. So they did. They add this sign. Does the sign help you find that machine? No, the machine is still very, very well hidden. Whoever had the job to make it very difficult to find that did a perfect job. Thank you. There. See? Look who's peeking there. Peekaboo. Here's the problem. There's no stopping or standing sign. I'm standing illegally right now. There's a handicap parking only. So, which law you want me to break, Honza? I thought the previous location for the machines was the worst one. I think this one tops it. Good job whoever had the job to put the machine so it would be visible. You really suck at what you do, man.
However, in some places, such as here at the main border crossing at the north of our country, the kiosks have been placed prominently and some people are actually using them. And in other places, officials have placed these signs and also a lot of QR codes. And it's the QR code that will lead you to the one and only place where you can pay for the toll without a markup, the official website. And this gets us to chapter number 2, planting the toll passes. You'll understand in a second.
Jak se k tomu dostal vlastně? Já bych to rozdělil na dvě věci. Jedna věc je ekologie, což je jedna z těch našich hlavních přidaných hodnot, nebo ze dvou. A druhá věc je jako ten biznis samotný, proč zrovna dálniční známky.
No. This is a young Czech entrepreneur who got a brilliant, I would say visionary idea that he will start to resell highway toll tickets. So he set up a website and many other websites that are probably by an accident dangerously similar looking to the official state website. Now, if you end up on one of his sites, most likely you will because he does pay for the top Google search result positions and you will buy the vignette there, you will actually pay €8 extra. Now, you may be wondering, how is it possible that you can trade and resell tolls that are run by the state? Well, not only I have the question, and maybe you, but also, lucky for us, the host of the podcast.
Jak to vlastně funguje jako legislativně? Jsem absolutně nepolíbený tím, jo? Prodáváš vlastně jakoby dálniční známku České republiky. Jak funguje ten proces, že vlastně tu známku můžu jako prodat? Jako firma jakoby uděláme ten nákup vlastně za toho zákazníka, to znamená, jsme firma s přidanou hodnotou, jednak je to ta ekologie, jednak jsou to ty dodatečné informace, který rozšířujeme a vlastně my uděláme ten nákup za toho člověka. A takže ty se dopředu jako musíš, řeknu, dohodnout s rakouským státem, s Itálií, že u nich jako nakupuješ známky vlastně a pak dostaneš nějaký štempel na to, že můžeš prodávat jejich známky, nebo něco takového. No, v podstatě jakoby ty vykonáváš jenom ten nákup jakoby za toho člověka, takže jako štempel
And as it is with podcasts, you just learned absolutely nothing within 1 minute, except for the fact that the company has an added value.
Jsme firma s přidanou hodnotou.
Well, yeah, you added some value to my toll, but where does the money go? Well, here, they're playing the green card.
A jezdí se hodně na dálnicích, tam se produkuje hodně CO2 emisí. Pojďme dělat prostě zelený jako dálniční zámky.
Green tolls. This means that the company has teamed up with a tree planting organization, which will plant 1 tree for every highway vignette you buy. By the way, a gentle Google search of this organization will also bring up some very interesting articles. But this is a path I do not want to take right now. Let's go back to the podcast because our businessman has more thoughts he wants to share about the added value to his company.
Chceme přidávat více a více přidané hodnoty pro ty naše zákazníky, pro ty uživatele vlastně a případně jim pak pomoct naplánovat cestu do Chorvatska, něco jako jsme dělali s těma letenkama. Jedu do Chorvatska, kde budu potřebovat dálničku, koupit si ji a tak dále.
Indeed, the site will advise you that when traveling to Croatia, it's a good idea to also have the Slovak vignette and will refer you to a website, which as you can guess is not operated by the Slovak state, but by this entrepreneur, and sells the vignette here with a surcharge of €9. Also, great idea of using the fine print in white on the white background. That's very visionary. Now, these problems are certainly not only related to Czech Republic and Slovakia, where we're giving these examples. You will come across third-party websites reselling highway stickers or electronic tolls with huge markups all over Europe. One of the largest websites that covers most of these markets and claims to have millions of satisfied customers is actually based in Germany. And despite their Trustpilot reviews, I just like to point out that in some cases, these guys have a markup of 84%. By the way, in Hungary, some third-party resellers have gone so far that they even claim they are the official website. And of course, they are not. Let's leave the online world and go back to the border crossings in our country, to the last chapter that I have named Welcome to Czechia. We've been covering the topic of the Czech highway tolls for quite some time, and it brought us to places that I never thought I would see, nor I thought they actually exist.
Halo? Já ti řeknu, čeho se bojím, no. se fakt bojím, že tady najde mrtvou.
Don't worry, we did not find a dead body. All we found was jack shit.
Jo, wow, je to tam, kámo. Wow, je to tam. No, je tam úplně.
But to be fair, many of these border buildings that haven't been used for ages since we have joined the EU are currently being demolished. So hopefully we won't have to be ashamed of the state of our border crossings.
This year we celebrated 20 years in the European Union, and I believe we are a proud member. I'm a proud European Czech, so I hope one day the border crossings will look better and will be welcoming in a way that they should be. If EU should do something, it is like a unified website where you can see all the countries and see what is the official website, or even have like a unified toll somehow that would work and make it simple. If it was in like an app, Waze or Google Maps would like send you to the correct website. I don't understand why they don't do that. Thank you, and I'll see you next week on another episode of The Honest Guide. And in the end, I'm going to teach you how to say peekaboo in Czech when you want to play the hide and seek. The short version in Czech would be schovka. Hra na schovku, game to play hide and seek, schovka, peekaboo.